You know what? Let's just get into it. Yep. I don't know. Well, hello and welcome to the Tequila Hour. My name is Amanda, the Smash Pad. I don't know what date it is. It's Sunday, I know that much. Let me look. I know it's Sunday. The date, I mean, I will catch up eventually. The date today is the 9th of February. I was going to say January. I've only had one drink, I promise. It's the 9th of February. It is 2025. This is the Tequila Hour. You will catch up and so will I. Welcome. If this is your first time listening to this podcast, you're probably wondering, should I stop listening? And I say no. Just wait. Eventually I will get my shit together and I will sound like I know what I'm doing. Until then, enjoy the ride. Oh, I don't know why I'm laughing so much. Anyway, it's been a while. I keep saying this every time I do a motherfucking podcast. I keep saying it's been a while, and it has. When did I release my last podcast? Let me just check for you. The 19th of January. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, do I have that as a smash pad? Let me see. I should have it because it sounds really good. No, I don't think it's that one. No. It could be that one. No. Now I'm getting distracted by my smash pad.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold.
It is. No, I'm not going to get distracted by my road, even though it's beautiful. Let's just get into this podcast today. Hello, everybody. Yes, the title of this podcast, it's not a word, it's just a number. The number being 52. You might be like, if you've never listened to this podcast before, you'd be like, 52, is that the meaning of the universe? If you know what I'm talking about, I think the meaning of the universe was number 47 or 41. Anyway, getting distracted. If you are not aware, 52 is my new age. So I've just celebrated a birthday. Wait, stop. I'm already into it and I haven't. No, this is very rude. How rude of me. I haven't done any. You know what? Motherfucking admin. Let's go. That's right. This is the Tequila Hour. My name is Amanda. Like I said, apparently it is the 9th of February 2025. What is the agenda today? So, number one, going to give a quick catch up of what I've been doing between my last podcast, What Really Matters, which was released on the 19th of January, up to today's date. I'm going to then talk about another famous person. Now I'm assuming I'm famous, and I'm not. In my own mind, I am. Another famous person born on my birthday being the 27th of January. Yeah, applaud that shit. Oh, I'm gonna, yeah. Yes. Yep. I turned. I am right now. Not earlier. Well, I was earlier, but prior to the 27th, I wasn't. I was 51. Now I am 52. What does that look like? Pretty much what I looked like before, except my hair is shorter. What do I plan for the future? Big questions. Will I have a plan? Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just talking it out right now on this podcast. Look, today it's just an easy breezy cover girl thing. We're just going to have a quick catch up. We're going to chill. You're going to probably listen to me ramble and then ramble some more. I'm going to talk about the famous person who was also born on my birthday, but many, many years earlier, even centuries earlier than myself. And then finally, I'm going to talk about future endeavours and what's to come. So if that is something, if that is something that interests you and you like listening to the Celtic tones of my voice, then please keep listening and yeah, we'll get into it. So let's go. I'm in a very laugh mood, maybe because I'm feeling uncomfortable because I haven't bloody done podcast. Anyway, enough about me. So, first discussion or topic of discussion today is what's been happening. So, last podcast was the 19th of January. In the meantime, I had my birthday, which was the 27th of January. It was a Monday. It was a public holiday in Australia. Lucky for me. Yay. So Australia granted me a day off. Thank you. And you should thank me. No, Australia Day was on the 26th of January. If you're not Australian, you might know that. But yes, the 26th of January is Australia Day. It was a Sunday it fell on, so therefore the public holiday is a Monday. So that was my birthday, being the 27th. I worked that week. It was a hectic 3 weeks prior. Yep. And then I moved into a well-earned week off. Yay for me. I had a weekend at Forster Curry. If you're not Australian, you probably wouldn't know. I live in New South Wales. Forster is approximately a bit over 2 hours from where I live in New South Wales in the secret location, which I'm pretty sure I've told you where that is, which I think I then deleted the podcast. Anyway, I might tell you again in the future. No. So I went to Forster Curry with my husband, had a great weekend. Basically Saturday, Sunday, Monday, then had a week off. It is now the Sunday, the last day of my day of freedom. And I go back to the grind tomorrow. So, yes, we all need to work. I do if I want to achieve the goals that I want to achieve, being travelling, more travelling. You know what? Travel. It's a lot. It's a lot on my mind at the moment. I do have a big trip coming up very soon in 3 weeks, which I will talk about in a second. But first, I want to touch on my birthday. So, look, my birthday was pretty low-key this year. I think it was a warm day. I pretty much floated around our backyard pool, had a couple of drinks, just relaxed, mate. I don't know, you may or may not feel the same, but when you now I feel really old by saying this statement, but when you get to a certain age in your life, you know, you're not going to the Ivy and shooting up coke. That's not what I was doing. I probably shouldn't have said that. No, look, you're not partying, all right? You might be doing shit you shouldn't be doing. For me, it was a day off to relax and have a couple of drinks and unwind, and I was going to say rewind, that's not the word, unwind and just chill. And that's what I did, and it was fantastic. When I talk about, you know, gifts, because if you know me and listen to this podcast, I love getting gifts. I'm not going to lie. Who doesn't like a present? Like, cut the shit. You know, unless you're one of these rich motherfuckers who have everything and it's your birthday and you don't get a present, you don't care, well, good on you. But for me, give me the love, give me the gifts. Love means gifts. Love equals gift. That didn't happen. Oh, actually, I lie. I did get one gift, which was, oh, no, now I'm telling porcupines. I got two. I got a gift voucher for, what do you call it? A place called Frontline Hobbies, which is, as the name suggests, a hobby store located in Newcastle. $100. I don't know what that noise. I don't know what that noise was. Just I don't have a cha-ching smash button. Yes, so I got that. Haven't spent it yet. Probably should. I think I'm going to buy. Well, I don't think I know I'll buy some Lego eventually with that. And I also got a bottle of Hermes perfume from my husband because he knows me so well. I don't know. I don't know the name. I probably could look it up, but the keynote is rhubarb. Mate, if you know me at all, love perfume, have a pretty good collection. I love all things Hermes. I have a lot of Hermes makeup and some jewelry pieces, but I'm just going to say now, and I'm pretty sure I've said this in the past, Hermes perfume is underrated. It really is underrated in my opinion. I don't hear anyone talking about it. Maybe they think it's too hoity-toity. I don't know. I mean, we all know Hermes is expensive. I'm telling you right now, they have some beautiful perfumes, well priced, and one of them being this rhubarb. Oh, I don't know the name. I'll put it in the description for you. But it has a note of rhubarb. And I am telling you, I am telling you right now, mate, it's beautiful. I love it. It's feminine leaning. It's fresh. I don't know. It's just a great, easy, bright, kind of weird, kind of floral. I don't know. It's just nice. For me, who normally lives in the dark side of town with leather draping all over their bodies or oud, it's a light perfume, which I really enjoy. So I got that. What my husband also has done is he has kindly saved some money for my upcoming trip. So he's giving me that, which he's going to give me that very soon because I'm going away very soon. And he's also going to pay for which is kind of boring, but actually very well needed, a CPAP travel machine. So if you didn't know, I have sleep apnea and I use a machine every night. And because I'm traveling, he has kindly offered to buy me the travel version of my machine, which I'm very grateful for. Because it's lighter than the one I'll be taking, which I use now. So, yeah, there's that. So, all in all, presents, top tier, right? Didn't get a lot, but top tier. Very happy. Birthday done and dusted. I'm trying to think my mood. So, I don't know. I've been in a very strange, No, I haven't actually. I was going to say I've been in a strange headspace. I haven't. I have been a lot in my head, as I normally am, if you know me, anywhere, everywhere, all at once. I have really been conscious of getting out of my head and just relaxing and just letting be what be and going with the flow and all of the above. So, yeah, there's been a lot of that happening, trying to, still follow a path of wanting to learn more about self-development and, me as a person and to grow and what I want to achieve in my life and the skills and skill sets and all that kind of good shit you need if that's something that you aspire to. It also ties into, that overlap of life work as well. And there's also then what I want to achieve, deliver, embrace, experience, and all of that. So, yeah, there's a lot of that going on at the moment in my mind and trying to not get carried away with too much over analysis, which I tend to do. And yeah, so for me, I quickly mentioned in my last podcast that my work was going to be hectic, not hectic, but probably more stressful than normal. That time has passed. I mean, I had 3 weeks and then as I stepped into a different role and then, like I mentioned, I had a glorious weekend in Forster. And if you're in Australia and you live in New South Wales and you haven't been to Forster, you're doing yourself a disservice, may I say. Just go. It's a beautiful, stunning, beautiful place on this planet. Forster, Tuncurry, New South Wales. Go. Just go. It's just great. Stayed in a cabin, reasonably priced, went snorkeling. The sea was warm, but not too warm. The temperature was beautiful, around, I don't know, between 28 and 31 degrees. The weekend was just, you couldn't ask for more. Went out for breakfast, went out for tea, had real relaxing time with my husband, and yeah, it was just great. So to then have a week off where I've had a bit of space on my own, where I've pretty much done fuck all, I'll be honest, which is nice. And my apologies, I now have a runny nose, probably because I'm talking a lot. Seems to happen. Wait, I'm just going to have a quick sip of my drink. Drink break. First one. Drink break. Drink break. Yes, I'm drinking tequila, by the way. Don Julio. Blanco. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyway, yes, just had a week off. Did fuck all. It's been fantastic. Watched a bit of YouTube, a bit more YouTube. I did some chores around the house, the usual yada yada shit. I was going to read some of the books that I've acquired recently. I've decided that most of those books I'll probably take to me. A couple of those novels, fictional novels, non-fiction, sorry. I will take with me to Japan, and that's what I'll talk about in a second because that's approaching super fast. And, yeah, I just took the time just to downtime. Just to fucking downtime, mate. Not to overanalyze, not to try and plan my life's purpose, which I seem to be drawn to more and more as I get older. And I don't know. I don't know. It's, just thinking out loud where, again, it's that getting to a certain age thing where you suddenly realise that you need to hurry the fuck up and get your shit sorted if you haven't already. Or it's just, you're over everything thing. Not, yeah, G, not okay. And you really just want to embrace the things that just bring you life and purpose. So for me, this is going to be a cracker year. I know it's going to be a cracker year. I'm super pumped. I'm looking forward to what life brings, but what I also have planned. And with that, I'm also then thinking about what I want to plan for the future. So I'm just going to quickly stop because I need to grab another drink. Drink break. Drink break. Yeah. I'm back. I don't know what that was. I just realised, just by the way, I've grabbed a new drink. I grabbed a water. I also quickly went to the loo and blew my nose. Look, I'm keeping this shit real, right? This is life. You know, if I was on someone else's podcast, I'd be at 20 minutes and be like, can I go off air because I just need to go to the loo and grab a drink? And they'd be like, no. That's why I have my own podcast. No. You may hear, I don't know, I haven't done any auditory editing at this point, but you might also hear a whirling in the background. I realised for the start of this podcast, I've got the fan on in the background, so you might hear that. So my apologies if you do hear a weird whirling. It's just my ceiling fan because it's, I don't know, let's see. The temperature is pretty good here in a secret location. Let me tell you what it is right now. It is at 3:38 p.m. in New South Wales, in Australia, in a secret location. It is 28.9 degrees. Feels like 31.8 apparently, according to the Bureau of Meteorology. Bullshit, feels like. It's warm. It is warm. Not gonna lie, it's warm. It's good though. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Yes, I talked about my birthday. I talked about the fact that I have just had a week off. It's Sunday and looking to the future. So, yeah, first of all, before we get into all that future goodness, that's right. I was going to talk about my birthday. And I was thinking the other day, I'm like, you know, I could talk about me. And this podcast is about me. But I could also talk about other famous people. Oh, I keep saying I'm famous. I'm including myself in this famousness. Other people who are born on the same day as me. Not necessarily the same year. I was born in 1973. If you can do the math, you should have worked it out by now because I'm 52. That I'm like, what other famous, and there's one person that always comes to mind when I think about my birthday and I think about other people born on my day. So the reason why I think of this person is I am someone, I'll put it out there. I'm not going to talk about star signs today, but if you were to read a description of an Aquarius, that's my star sign, by the way, textbook. That's me, all right? I could be on the edge of different ones, maybe, but not really. No, I'm true Aquarian. And I have to say, one of the things that always, it's right now, it's bringing a smile to my face, is if you read star signs and descriptions of star signs, they often say, and now I'm going to toot my... Why am I so nervous about this? That Aquarius are the most intelligent sign. I'm calling it the most intelligent sign of the zodiac, all right? We are trailblazers, right? If you need shit done, we're doing it. If you need a muse, I'm it. Apparently. That's true. Genius. The word genius comes to mind. Savant, even. The savant. Would I say I was savant? Let's the tequila's now talking. No. I'm not a savant. Not probably a genius either. But maybe. No. But this person when I think of my birthday and I think of famous people born on my birthday, this one person, mate, shits over me. Not literally. Classic, amazing, phenomenal. Wow. This, if you, yeah. Who is it? You'd be like, who is it? It's not an actress. It's not an actor. It is the one, the only, most famous person born on my, and this is a phenomenal person, by the way, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Bam. Drop the mic. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Now, if you don't know who that is, fucking shame on you. Clearly, just think of classical music, all right? Close your eyes if you need to. I'm doing that right now. He's a composer. Oh, he was a composer. He's dead, of course. He was born on the 27th of January, 1756. 17, that's right, not 21, 1756. I'm going to read this off Wikipedia. I mean, I could read it off other sites as well when we're talking about this legend of a person. But I don't know. For me, I love music. I'm not, I'm not impartial to all genres. I'm not going to say I absolutely hate one genre against another. I'm an open book. I'm happy to listen to anything and everything. I don't shit on anything because music's music. I love music. I was going to say composing. I haven't composed anything, but I will. Maybe I could channel Wolfgang because we're born on the same day, years apart. I don't know. But Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, legend, may I say, was a prolific and influential composer of the classical period. Despite his short life, he was born on the 27th, 1756. He died on the 5th of December, 1791. So he was aged 35. Is that right? Yes, he was 35. So he was young. I'm 52, right? So he died. He had a short life. Despite his short life, his rapid pace of composition and proficiency from an early age resulted in more than 800 works representing virtually every Western classical genre of his time. Legend. Many of these compositions are acknowledged as pinnacles of the symphonic concerte, chamber, operatic, and choral repertoire. These are big words. Mozart is widely regarded as one of the greatest composers in the history of Western music, with his music admired for its melodic beauty, its formal elegance, and its richness of harmony and texture. Whoever wrote this, glorious. Old Wolfie, as we know him, that was his nickname. Born in Salzburg, Mozart showed prodigious, is that how you say the word? Prodigious, yes, ability from his earliest childhood. At age 5, he was already competent on keyboard and violin, had begun to compose and performed before European royalty. Fuck yeah. His father took him on a grand tour of Europe and then 3 trips to Italy. At 17, he was a musician at the Salzburg court but grew restless, Aquarian, and travelled in search of a better position. Mozart's search for employment led him to positions in Paris, Mannheim, Munich, and again in Salzburg, during which he wrote his 5 violin concertos, Sinfonia Concertante, hope I'm butchering this, my apologies, and Concerto for flute and harp. Oh, as well, I don't know why I said that. The harps, it's magical. As well as sacred pieces and masses, the motet, exultate, jubilate. Oh no, I'm butchering this now. Whilst visiting in Vienna in 1781, Mozart was dismissed from his Salzburg position. He stayed in Vienna, where he achieved fame but little financial security. During Mozart's early years in Vienna, he produced several notable works such as the opera Die. I'm not even pronounce that. There's a lot of symphonies going on. Throughout his Vienna years, Mozart composed over a dozen piano concertos. Many consider some of his greatest achievements. In the final years of his life, Mozart wrote many of his best-known works, including his last three symphonies. I'll spit it out. Culminating in the Jupiter. Really? Jupiter Symphony. Oh, God, these are hard words to say. The Serenade, 4 operas, and his Requiem. The Requiem was largely unfinished at the time of his death. What is the Requiem? His death at the age of 35, the circumstances which are uncertain and much mythologized. Interesting. I could go on. I'm just going to say I've listened to some of his music. It's just mind-blowing. I typed in probably one of his most famous symphonies if you've listened to classical music at all. So it's Symphony number 40 in G minor, K. Yeah, that's it? Yes, in G minor. Symphony number 40 in G minor. Is that right? Yes. Thank you. And even now, if I was to play you something, and hopefully I don't have any issues with me playing this as in copyright, you'll recognise this. Let me see if you can hear it. Oh, here we go. No, I don't want to play that. What does happen then? You hear that? This is done by the Desert Drummers and the Salibar use of Symphony number 40 Mozart in 7 octave and a Moroccan rhythm. I'll put in the link in the description on YouTube where this video is coming from. Okay, I'm getting lost in the music. Mate, if you don't recognise that, that's Mozart. That's fucking Woofy. I need a nickname like Woofy. No, I can't think of one. Mate, what? Aren't we truly blessed to have that in our lives? I'm sorry. It's just phenomenal. Classical music. If you just listening to fucking Carly B. Oh, no shade on Carly B, but just do yourself some favours and just for once in your life, if you're on Spotify, listen to some fucking classical music for an afternoon and don't tell me that you would not be inspired and moved and motivated after listening to some bloody Mozart or some Beethoven. Mate. A very, 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 very long time ago, I used to play the piano. I played the drums. I still play the drums. And not enough. And I play the French horn and I play other things. we won't talk about my musical past. I love music. I love playing a musical instrument. It's classical music, mate. Mozart. Mate, legend. So I am truly honoured, really, to share a birthday. I'm not joking. I am honoured to be sharing a birthday with someone as phenomenal, many years apart, yes, I know. Someone like Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Woofy to me and his friends. And, yeah, so listen to some bloody Mozart this afternoon if you want to. Just check out the sublimeness, the eloquence. I mean, at 17, he was creating these symphonies. And, you know, like Imagine if he lived to 60, what he would have done. I don't know. It's just clearly a genius, clearly probably a savant. Not wish I was, but he is. And yeah, what a phenomenal person. So truly, yeah, when I think of my birthday and I think of people who were born on my birthday, and, you know, I don't know if you ever do this or you ever thought about this, where, you know, there's that question around, oh, if you could interview someone, who would you interview? Or if you could meet someone who's now passed away, who could that be? Or, you know, those kind of topics of conversations after you've moved from small talk with new friends. Then, yeah, for me, mate, you'd have to meet him. You'd have to meet a person who was born on the same day as you, and are they like you in any way? I don't know. I don't think he would be like me, but he could be. No, I don't compose music, unfortunately, but I could. And yeah, it's just fascinating. So yeah, I don't know. That whole conversation about like, who would you like to meet, or who would you want to speak to if you could speak to someone? They could be alive or they could be dead. So for me, he is on the list. I'd have to know what he was like. Anyway, so yeah, Mozart, check him out. Just listen to some classical music. Do yourself a favour. Get some enrichment in your life if you haven't done so already. So now, next topic of conversation. I'm just going to have a quick sip of my drink. Drink break. That was short. Drink break. Oh, that was so nice. Take the drop. We've had my birthday. We're going back to work. The future is nigh. The future is now. Nigh now. Yes. So let's move into what's happening in 3 weeks. Let's get into it. In 3 weeks' time, and I'll talk about this too, because I keep saying this to myself and I'm wondering why I'm doing this actually. I'm going to Japan. It's happening. I'm going to fucking Japan in 3 weeks. I am beside myself with excitement. Probably I'm trying to contain my excitement. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. Maybe because I am scared and anxious and excited all at the same time, but I'm going to motherfucking Japan. And I cannot wait. So I've pretty much got everything I need to get. There's a couple of extra things I need to purchase. I need to get a couple of Apple AirTags. I think there's a Bluetooth thing I need so that I can use my own earphones, like my Apple iPods on the plane. Maybe some snacks, for the plane. Pretty much that's it. I got some yen now. I've got some fucking yen. Yeah, cash. I need a cash thing, like a cash smartphone. Ching ching. I've got some yen. I've got all my clothes. I did that the other day. I made sure I had a nice winter jacket. I've got like thermals. I've got some great walking shoes. I've got all the gear. Like I've got like beanies because it's going to be cold. Apparently in Japan, Tokyo as an example was 3 degrees at the moment. It's going to be cold. Okay. It might suddenly warm up. I doubt it. I'm hoping. Am I manifesting that I want it to snow in Tokyo there? I don't know. It sounds cool. It could be shit. Mate, it's very likely because I am going to see the snow monkeys that there'll be snow there. So, yeah, I will be in the snow. Yes. So I probably need some snow gloves because I've got leather gloves, but I probably need some little snow gloves for my tiny hands so they're not freezing the fuck off. But it's going to be cool. It's 30 degrees right now in Australia, so think about 3 to 30. There probably will be like, shock. I know my husband the other day when I said to him, it's like, I think it was minus or something. Oh, did I tell him that? No, I think I told him it was 8 degrees. Anyway, and he's like, oh, it's cold. And I said, yeah, I know. It's cold. He's like, why would you go to Japan when it's cold? I'm like, I know, it's cool. So, yeah, I'm super pumped about that. I'm super pumped that I'm going, which is weird, that it's going to be like, it's hot here or warm. Like, it's not boiling, but it's warm. So, like, I'm going to be wearing probably multiple layers of clothing. So, like, the other day I went to the shops and I bought from Kathmandu, whatever, the clothing store. I bought a real thick, jacket to wear, and I bought some other, jumpers, etc. And not that it was weird buying them, but I'm thinking, like, in 3 weeks' time, I'm going to be wearing this shit because it's going to be freezing. I'm going to be freezing my ass off, which is just, yeah, it's a whole thing. So there's that. Hoping it's going to snow in Tokyo. I don't know. Somehow it would just top off a dream. Anyway, yeah, so there's a couple of things I still need to do. I need to, because I'm in the process of doing this, drafting a whole Word document for my husband so he knows where I am and, hotels that I'm staying in, yada, yada. So he has my itinerary. Because if you didn't know, I'm going on my own on a tour to Japan. What else? Oh, my phone's ringing. Give me 1 second. And I'm back. That was my husband. I turned down my phone because normally, if you've heard any of my podcasts, I always seem to record at the same time when he then rings me when he finishes work, and it's really loud. Anyway, this time I actually saw it. Enough about my husband. Yes, so it's going to be cold in Japan. I've got all the gear. There's a couple of extra little nuggets I need to buy, and then I'm ready. So I leave Australia on the 3rd of March, so 3 weeks away, yes, and I come back on the 12th of March. So, mate, I am frothing. Everyone hates that saying. It's kind of annoying, but it's kind of cool. I'm super pumped. I can't wait. I've got 3 weeks back at work, which, I'm kind of like, that whole thing that I've talked about in the past, not wishing the time away and trying to be more present. So I have that in my mind, but at the same time, I'm like, how the fuck am I going to be able to concentrate on work when all I want to think about is Japan? Japan. I don't know what that was. Anyway, so, mate, I'm going to fucking Japan. I'm super pumped. Can't wait. I will. This is not a conundrum. It's not that extreme, but I am the kind of person where I really do like when I go somewhere, even though I'm at home, I might take a picture, yada yada. When I'm somewhere new, I want to just experience the newness. I don't want to be on my fucking phone taking pictures of the newness. So I am already like thinking, because I want to, I don't know, for me, it's such a, well, I know I'm going to go there again. I already know that. Unless, no, actually, I know I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm saying. I will definitely be going again, but what I'm trying to spit out is I just want to be in the moment. At the same time, though, I want to record the moment, but I don't want to be stuck in the record mode. I just want to be present in the present while I'm there. So there's that, and just being, that fine dance between just, taking a picture for the sake of taking a picture and just living in the moment and being in the moment. So there's that. I know the time, unfortunately, will probably pass really quickly. So I, again, like thinking out loud, just want to absorb it all in and just live in that. So, yeah, I'm super excited. I'm trying to not I mean, there's things I want to do in Tokyo, and I've got basically one day to do them because time, like the 10 days is going to go super fast, and which is good because I'm going to see lots of things all at once. But I'm also aware that for me, I probably could just have a whole week in Tokyo, to be honest, or 2 weeks in Tokyo. So that's probably something that I will plan for my next trip, is just going to one place, which I was thinking of doing anyway until I decided on the whole Tripadeal thing, which that's the company I'm going on this trip with. Because being my first trip to Japan, I probably wanted a little bit of a safety net, and that's my safety net. So once I've been and know what it's like, I'm confident to say that I probably will then just choose a place to stay in, like for a week or 2 weeks solely, without going anywhere else, so I can really absorb that place. And I know Tokyo will definitely be one of those places. So yeah, being mindful of the limited time I have somewhere like that and what I want to do, and, already trying to plan out a little bit of a plan of attack prior to getting there. Kyoto being the other place that, I think on the tour that I'm on, instead of me actually going on one of the day trips that they provide, I'm going to have, or you can use that as a free day. So my second day, so I land on the Monday evening of the 3rd into Tokyo. So the second day of the trip is a free day. You can also, if you want to, they have a tour on that day, but I'm going to treat that as a free day because I just want to do my own shit. There's also the same kind of thing, but in Kyoto as well. So depending on how I'm feeling and how I'm traveling, I might go on one of their day trips that they offer. I might not as well. I might just do my own thing. So there's that. Because I know that, not that I don't want to go on a day trip, it's more that I just want to have the experience of winging it and, yeah, seeing what that feels like. So at least I have some room to do that. So, yeah, I have everything ready to go. I know what I need to do prior to leaving, as in Australia, and a couple of forms that I need to fill out. And like I said, I've got my bag and I've got my clothes and I've got my passport and all that kind of good stuff. And, yeah, these 3 weeks I know that I'm going back to work tomorrow, but honestly my mind is trying to not burst at the thought of going to Japan in 3 weeks' time. So, yeah, there's that. I'm super pumped, super excited. And it's not the only trip that I have this year. I still have the trip booked for Bali as well, which I still need to book flights for, by the way. I have the trip already booked, which is great, and accommodation. I just need to book flights to get there. So I need to do that. That's in the 3rd of August, another 3rd of August. Again, I'll talk about that trip closer, because right now all I can think about is Japan. Japan. I'm just, yeah, it's, and I think I've mentioned this in the past, when I've always wanted to go to Japan for a very long time. When I was turning 50, I said to myself that for my 50th, I wanted to go to Japan. It didn't happen. Things don't happen sometimes, as they do. And I was still adamant is probably the word I'm looking for, that I'm going to Japan. Full stop. It's happening. So, yes, I took a bit longer than I thought it would take, but now 2 years later I'm going, and, yeah, it's I think I know I'm going, And it's still, I think I said this to my husband the other day, that there's still that, I don't know, maybe because it's such a big lifelong dream of mine to be going to Japan, that I just haven't allowed my full consciousness to expand to the fact that I'm actually going, so I don't blow my load. Yeah, probably wrong term, but pretty much that, yeah, I just, you still got to work and you still got to do life and all the rest of the shit that you got to do, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I just want to take the next 3 weeks to just acknowledge and start living in the, I don't know, in the essence of, mate, I'm going to Japan, mate. This is my lifelong dream to do this. So, yeah, it's a lot. And the other thing is that I was a bit unsure about this. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, and I haven't put a lot of thought, I'm not going to say this is more an idea or an ideal than an actual, this is truly happening, is that I actually want to do a podcast in Japan. I want to record in Japan. So I'm going to make that happen. There's obviously stuff I need to sort out, like recording equipment that I will take over with me to do the recording. It will probably be that I'll be recording on my phone. Yet, I don't know, it just, I'm inspired to do that, mate. And look, I know then moving forward that, yes, it might all turn to shit and it might sound a bit crappy, but it will also help me with my next trip, because I certainly do want to do a podcast on my next trip as well. What that looks like and what that feels like and what that more importantly sounds like. But yeah, how could I not do a podcast in Japan? In Japan. So yeah, I'm shooting for that as well. So just because I like to do that, I'm aiming for that as well, which I'm super pumped about. So there's a couple of things I need to get sorted out for that to make that a reality and to be comfortable in doing that. So I will sort that out because I want to make that a reality. I'm slapping my hand in the background. Just going to have a quick drink. Drink break. Drink break. Yeah, I want to make that a reality as well. So, yeah, there's that. And then, yeah, before you know it, then, and I don't actually, you know what? I was going to say then before you know it, you're back at work and life goes on. I'm not even going to go there. I was going to go there and I'm not. I'm going to say to myself that I've got 3 weeks to get to get there, to get to where I'm going, Japan. In the meantime, I'm just going to open up my consciousness, my mind, my heart, my everything to the excitement, the exhilaration, the prospects, all of the above, to achieving and actually experiencing a massive life achievement, which is going to Japan. And I'm choking up. And then, yeah, what does that look like? I'll think about the rest. Whatever comes maybe thereafter. Have a trip in July or August, not July, well, pretty much August. Well, it is the August, not pretty much August, it is the 3rd of August. Prior to that, though, there is going to be greater conversations around, I don't know, my work, what I want to do, where I want to go moving forward. Do I even want to do that? What do I want? What do I motherfucking want? So there's these kind of conversations that I will have in the not too distant future. But for now, I'm just going to relish the fact that I have a trip to my life one of my lifelong destinations. Egypt is another one. There's another place I saw today which doing my head in. You know, I don't know if you've done this. Once you've actually come to the point where you go, yeah, I'm doing this and I'm booking my dream destination, you're like, where else can I go? Where else can I fucking go? Egypt is a place that I've always wanted to go. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I'll ever get there. One of the reasons being my husband does not want me to go, which I understand the reasoning behind that. The other place which I saw today, and I saw a YouTube video, was this resort in Saudi Arabia. And I know if I was to say to my husband, I'm going to Saudi Arabia, he'd be like, fuck, you aren't. You are not going. He'd probably tie me to the bed. I don't know. It's clearly very expensive. I don't know if that'll happen, but mate, I saw this resort. It fucking blew my mind. If you follow me on Instagram, I Instagrammed a post on it. It's this sick resort in bloody, where was it? I don't know, somewhere. It was, I don't know if you see something sometimes on Instagram and you're like, is that real? And you're like, that can't be real. And you realise it is. The Shibara Resort, Shibara, Shebara. It's in Saudi Arabia, by the way, in the Red Sea. Yep. I'm telling you right now, I saw it and I had an immediate visceral reaction. It was just, need to go. I don't know. So, yeah, just what do you want? What do I want? You know, for a lot of the time in my mind, and I have watched many videos, and I think this is probably an age thing, to be honest. Or it could be just, you know, you get to a certain point in your life and then you just, well, again, that's an age thing, isn't it? You just start examining everything deeper. Or you mightn't, but I do. You know, purpose. What do you want? What am I here for? All this kind of good shit. And, you know, a lot of it is, why are we doing this? You know, just ride it, baby. Just ride the wave and see what happens. Or working out, you know, or trying to ascertain what your fucking purpose is and then aiming for that, or trying to explore what that is, or what do you want, and then working out what you actually want, not what you're doing, but what you actually want to do, and then going for it. So, yeah, the door's been opened. It's strange because now the door is open and I'm walking in. It's kind of like that. You know what it is? I'm trying to describe it to you so you understand what I'm saying, because it's in my mind, not in my words. When you finally come to a place where you go, you know, this is what I want to do, and you actually own that, and then you make it happen, and then you, if you want to, in your mind's eye, close your eyes if you need to, visualizing a door and you stepping through it. And just before you're about to step through, so you're in the arch of the door, and there's like that line, but often it's an invisible line. Like there can be a physical line on the floor, but if I was to say to you, it's really an invisible line that only you see. No one else sees, really. Only you see. And you go to move forward, and it's like an invisible force field that, as human beings, we've created as a self-barrier to not be comfortable with just stepping through gracefully with all, like, that's what I'm feeling at the moment. It's a bit weird. It's kind of like, it's weird because I've just said, like, I made this, which is, if you don't know, yeah, you might recognise the wording. I'm in the doorway and I'm stepping through and it's electric. It's an invisible force that I actually physically feel as I speak about it. And instead of me pushing against the force, I want to be enveloped by the force. I don't know if you're understanding what I'm putting down right now. You might be like, what the fuck are you talking about, Amanda? I'm saying to you that for most of my life, I really haven't been in a place where I can just think that I could be enveloped by this, that there's always going to be some invisible barrier that as I go through the door or look out the window, I'm going to bang my head on the window, or, you know, I go to step through the door and I'm going to trip and fucking break my leg. Do you know what I mean? I'm at the door and I'm moving through the door, and I want to have that sense of envelopment and forward momentum, but with, I know, a feeling of love and encapsulation. Oh, I don't know why that word came to mind. Yeah, that's what I want to feel. And yeah, I want to feel encapsulated by what I've got, you know, what I've got, and just being comfortable in that, and then just walking through, not feeling like I'm at the door and I'm about to step, and my step, I can feel that invisible barrier and I can feel the energy, and the energy is like, no, like, but that energy is what I've created. I have created that. I mean, it mightn't be all of it. I'm not that powerful. It could be where there is that force that stops me from my own safety and well-being. I'm sure that's part of it. I'm probably now moving into the supernatural. We're already there. But yeah, it's just that I want to move through the door and feel it, and just let it grab me and take me, not fight it. And that's probably a bit of the feelings that I'm trying to traverse. I'm coming up with some crackers today. Traverse. Oh, I love the English language. Yeah, they are some of the feelings that I'm experiencing and physically and mentally feeling right now. So yes, I look forward very much to just settling, feeling and letting go, and just letting it take me and being safe in that. I am prepared, so I've got nothing to be afraid of. I really don't. I do not have anything to be afraid of. I've done all my homework. I'm ready. I just need to convince myself that I'm ready in my mind. And that also leads into life. Do you know what I mean? It just also leads into this life moving forward, into my life moving forward, that I am ready. And yeah, there's been versions of readiness depending on, you know, my circumstances, what I've brought and what I haven't. But yeah, I'm now ready, and I'm eager and excited and exhilarated and hopeful and yeah, honoured, and yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see the snow monkeys. I'm hoping, truly, apart from snowing in Tokyo, I'm manifesting that shit. I want it to snow in Tokyo. I want it to snow in Tokyo while I'm there. I know something about it in my heart of hearts. Feeling it. And I also, when I don't know, because I don't think I can, but I think I can go to pools that are near snow monkeys. Actually, not swimming with the snow. Like I won't be like, ooh, breaststroking with the snow monkeys. But with the hot pools and everything, that I'll be in a hot pool there and I'm naked and living my best life, mate. One with nature, as God intended. Now, apparently, I don't know. Do I believe in God? I don't know. If this is a discussion for another day. As was attended. I don't know why I'm excusing myself now. That, yeah, it's just, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I can't wait to just have some sake and eat a delicious bowl of ramen in fucking Japan. Yeah, I can't wait. I look forward to the weeks to come prior to my trip. I look forward to talking with you about things that I love to talk about. So you may have noticed that on Instagram, I really decided, I don't know, not that I'm not authentic. I just want to be just more just me. I don't want to have this podcast be a place where I feel like I have to sell myself to you or have people follow me or not, or understand who I am or not. This is just me doing a podcast and talking about stuff that I want to talk about. The end. If it's something that you like, then awesome. 2 thumbs up. If it's something you don't, then don't listen. It's really now probably as part of my mental mind state, etc., that I'm like, you know what, this is it. Again, I think I've gone to this question before and people have asked me this question, what's your podcast about? And I've tried to make it more, sometimes in my answers to people who don't know me at all, I've tried to make it more exciting or make it seem more important than it actually is. So a good example of that is when I say, oh, yeah, it's about beauty and makeup, and about quantum physics, like, to try and make myself seem smarter than I am or not. Do you know what? The podcast is just about what the fuck I want to talk about. Okay? That's it. The podcast is just about what I want to talk about. One day it might be about beauty and makeup. One day it might be about tequila. One day it might be about Japan. That's it. It's nothing more, nothing less. Sometimes I might talk about quantum physics or developing an Apple application or creating my own app or creating my own lipstick makeup line, or it could be about me writing a novel and could be about me writing music, and it's just it. That's it. If you're interested in listening to what I am putting down, then you can listen to this podcast anytime, segue, via Spotify or Apple Podcast with The Tequila Hour. I also am on Instagram, The Tequila Hour page. I also have my own personal page being the_1_Amanda. You can contact me anytime. I know, bizarre. Via my email address, which is info@thetequilahour.com.au. So, thank you for those who do take the fucking time to listen to my podcast. I actually do really appreciate it. This has been how many years now? I'm still chugging along. I will chug along for the rest of time. I was going to say I'm going to move to Japan when I'm in Japan. No, look, this could happen. I have thoughts in my mind about moving to Japan. Like, I don't know how that's going to go, being married, but I don't know. Yeah, that's a conversation for another day. But thank you to those who do continually download this podcast, who've put up with my ramblings, who probably like, what the fuck are you talking about, and all of the above. I do actually really appreciate it. Like I said, you can reach out to me anytime via that email, which is info@thetequilahour.com.au. And you know what? I'm going to catch you next Sunday. So I'll see you. Well, you won't see me. Well, if I take a picture, you'll see me. But you will hear me always. Have a good one. See ya. Bye.